Okay. Before we get started, I have to do a mic check. I am on Windows for the first time in weeks, and my shit, I completely forgot how to do a stream on Windows. So, is everything okay? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Everything good? Mic is lowish. Okay. Too loud, too loud. Oh no. Okay, so is this fine? Perfect. Muted. Oh my god. So much input. So much peaking. Please stop. You guys are useless. That's for fucking consensus. I'm gonna remember to close out of the Matrix today, so I don't get a fucking notification. I'm ahead of my curve already. We're picking up where we left off. Too much soy. Oh yeah, tell me about it. I got apparently Nick Ricada showed Drexel a picture of me photoshopped with Melinda, and thinking that I was Marshall, who's like her on and off again husband. He started saying that I had very effeminate eyes. I was like, well, that's you. That's Drexel and what's this fucking the crazy lady, the schizo lady that I like. I completely forgot her name. Virgo Rouge. They should ship. They should hook up together. Yeah, I got real pretty face for a boy. Anyways, oh, I don't have my video on hand, but I weighed in at 115.5 kilograms, which is 254.6 pounds. So I'm down like a pound and a half from last month. But that's because I traveled around a bit and I ate a lot of food, and I cannot be blamed for my actions. The fact I'm down at all is actually a surprise to me. So the fluoride eyes. When you try to talk about important things and you just get the fluoride stare, that's me in a nutshell. I'm completely out of it, man. Especially today. I've been trying to get some dopamine from video games, but heaven help me, I'm not getting any luck. Primarily because there is a thing that almost every game uses right now called easy anti-cheat. And easy anti-cheat like intentionally breaks compatibility with Proton, which is how you play games with Steam that are made for Windows. So it's like even shitty games like Paladins I can't fucking play because of easy anti-cheat. So I gave up. Like Apex Legends uses it, Paladins uses it, Dead by Daylight uses it. They all fucking use this bullshit, which hates Linux for no fucking reason. And apparently it could run on Linux, but there's like a switch that the game publisher has to flip to allow it, because otherwise it just detects that you're running a non-native environment and it just kills it automatically. So it's complete bullshit. It's so frustrating. Paladins is still going, dude. Paladins. Actually, I didn't mean to talk about this, but I might as well, since I'm on a video game tear and we're still warming up for the day. Paladins has always been kind of like a Coomer bait like game, because in case you don't know, Paladins is like Overwatch before Overwatch was a thing. So Overwatch actually copied Paladins, and a lot of people don't know that. But Paladin, the way I describe it is this: like, I have to justify myself if I say I'm playing Paladins. Paladins is a bad game with bad players. Overwatch is a bad game with good players. Primarily in that the better that you play in Overwatch, the more easy you are to just get fucking sniped. It's like I felt like as I was climbing into gold and shit, I just felt like I was getting like punished perpetually, because the better I got, the better the Widowmaker was. And it's just like, I don't play these fucking games with all these skill sets so I can get shot in the fucking head and die instantly by some purple bitch flying halfway across the map. Like, that's not fun. Paladins is way shittier, so everyone plays awful and you just stomp and it's fun. It's like beating up children. It's great. It's a great time, and I would actually suggest it. But get this, there's the thing that you can buy that like splashes on the person you kill. Like, after you kill them, they get like a little splash with your name, and then you can buy these little things, these little pictures that they sell that will show up. And this is unironically something that they sell that will like, I was playing and this guy kept killing me because he was like a super into the game, and his splash thing was this fucking like, it looks like that purple, the fox from Star Fox, the blue fox lady. and she's like wearing nothing. Her bra is like some like cloth holding her boobs together. And then she has like a navel ring or like a fertility tattoo, and it's just like, this is furry porn. This is just furry porn, and it's not even like a character in the game. It's just furry porn. It's just a fucking like Fox character that I am punished to see when I die. So I was told by someone that the CEO of Hi-Rez directed the game companies that are a part of Hi-Rez to include as much like Rule 34 bait characters as possible when they design new characters now. And it's like, you know, the reason why like Overwatch and TF2 and stuff got all that porn is because people actually like playing the fucking games. You can't do it the other way around and make a bad game with like porn star characters and have free advertising of like Word of Coom to like build your game up. I don't think that's how it works. And even fucking Dota is doing this shit. Dota, this is a true story. Apparently, a Saudi Arabian prince or like a United Arab Emirates prince paid Valve to make a Dota 2 anime. And one of the anime characters, of course, is like a 16-year-old girl. And they're adding a 16-year-old girl into Dota as a champion. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Can you not have like the entire roster of Dota is like monsters and gods and shit and like all these weird freaky creatures, and then there's like one or two like normal looking people, and it's like, oh, you know what would complement this diverse roster of like freaks of nature? How about a 16-year-old anime character? Like, come on. It's so frustrating. The pornification of the video game industry has been a disaster for mankind, which is why I'm playing Dead by Daylight. Everyone there looks like a frumpy, disgusting tranny that's been rolled down a sewage pipe. And then the monsters are all like absolute like I don't know. It's like a diverse cast of like monsters. You have like proper monsters and then some ghosts and witches, and then you got like horror movie characters that are really famous. But none of them are sexy, and that's a point in the game's favor. You know, you're not distracted by like furry porn flashing across your screen when you die, making you think, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" Death Prophet. So frustrating. And then the newest game that I heard about is like Back 4 Blood, which is like a Left 4 Dead clone, to the point where they even copy the name. And it's not like some indie game. It's like a major release from a major studio. And Dead by Daylight, they have Bill from Left 4 Dead as like a character in it. It's like, does Valve not care about its intellectual property at all? Why are these fan-made games based on Half-Life making it to the store? Why is Bill from Left 4 Dead and Dead by Daylight? Why are these companies able to just copy their exact shtick and they don't do anything about it? How pitiful. Like, I don't know. On one hand, I'm thankful that Valve hasn't been doing anything because they've not ruined themselves by becoming paused. But at the same time, it would be nice if they like protected their intellectual property and actually made games. But that's a dead horse. Anyways, nobody cares about video games except middle-aged losers. I don't even think Zoomers care about video. Do Zoomers even play video games? They play Fortnite and Minecraft, right? And that's about it. And then they floss. But I think most people over the age of 12 just like masturbate to TikToks and occasionally play Fortnite. But it's mostly just like social media engagement, I'm pretty sure. And Among Us, that's right. Anyways. There's important happenings this week, which I'm going to cover briefly because I want to go play more Dead for Daylight or whatever. Firefox is updated. Look, it's literally my hand. When I update my Firefox, it's literally my hand. That's exactly what I look like when I update my Firefox. I don't know if I've made this joke before, but if you were to make a assumption, if you were a space alien and you were looking at just our media and you were trying to figure out like what our world looks like just through modern media, you would assume that the entire world was run by like a complot of curly-haired black women. Curly-haired black women run every business in this country. I don't know. We need to get to the bottom of this. Why are curly-haired black women so prominent in the upper echelon of our society? What have they done to accomplish this? When did this happen? At what point did all the banks and major businesses get taken over by curly haired black women? It's very impressive. It's true though. Schizo. How am I schizo? Every time I open anything, I am greeted by a smiling, curly-haired black woman, as if that's me. That's what I look like as a creator, as a small business owner, as someone who needs financial services and bank account stuff. Like that's what I look like right there. That curly-haired black woman on her phone, drinking a coffee, playing, in Starbucks, sipping her pumpkin spice. Probably not pumpkin. She drinks her coffee black. Pumpkin spice is for the whiteys. She don't do that. That's why she's a businesswoman. She drinks her coffee black like a professional. Watermelon spice. Anyways, Drachenlord was arrested. If you don't know who Drachenlord is, he is a major German sphere locale. He's from Bavaria. He's from a small town in Bavaria, and he is just like a weirdo. He's you could call him German Christian, but that description's kind of cringe. And they've all done like the same shit with him. Like they've baited him into posting sex tapes of himself and stuff, by pretending to be his girlfriend, and all like it's a weird thing where because he's German, so he's guaranteed not to have any sort of weapons or mechanisms for self-defense. All these people across like Austria and Germany and Switzerland will like pilgrimage to Bavaria, to this small town, to fuck with this guy, to visit him at his house, in hopes that he'll spray them with a water hose while they record it. For entertainment purposes. It's a weird thing. Not that many people actually went to Chris's house. I guess that the U.S. is a bigger country, but like, for real, people could have visited Chris. It wouldn't be that hard. But you assume in the U.S., see, we're good neighbors. Having a gun makes you a good neighbor, and good neighbors don't fuck with you. But in Germany, there's no guns, so someone from Switzerland can drive a couple hours across country borders, I guess, because it's the EU, and just show up at your house and taunt you from the other side of a gate, and the worst thing they have to fear is being sprayed with a water hose. But it's a thing where it's like, and I have to be careful when I talk about this because other people will be like, "Oh my God, why is he standing up for Dragonlord? Doesn't he know that he's a bad guy? He's a Nazi. This mentally retarded person said something that could be considered supporting the NSDAP, so he's a bad person. Why are you standing up for him?" And it's like, because I don't know, you shouldn't go to his house and fuck with him, but he, as a consequence, by the way, of people showing up at his house, from what I understand, he's assaulted like 3 different people because they'll go up to his house and they'll fuck with him and he'll punch them or spray them with a water hose or whatever the fuck. Or in this instance, insulting someone publicly or disseminating insults through a public medium is punishable under German law. Rainer regularly insulted the police and individual policemen patrols in the stream when they did not arrive fast enough for his taste. Apparently he did harass the fuck out of the police, and I'm just going to play this tape because it's funny, even though you can't understand what it's saying.
Hier ist schon wieder Winkler. Es sind schon wieder 15 Mann hier. Die hier schon wieder rumschreien, mein ganzes Zeug kaputt machen.
This is him talking to the police. It's being recorded on Discord.
Filmen, mir tierisch auf den Sack gehen. Kommt diesmal eine Streife? Ja, wenn ihr auch mal von alleine durchfahren würdet, müssten wir das Scheiß nicht machen, weil dann würden die wissen, dass da immer mal Polizei da ist. Hast du jetzt aufgelegt? Du blöder Hurensohn!
I've been told what he's screaming at is that they hung up on him. And he's like, "They hung up on me, and then he slams the phone down or whatever. So that's why he's pissed off. And apparently they all hate him and they want him to move because he's like in a really, really small rural area in Bavaria, which is like one of the most conservative areas in Europe, basically, as a whole. And they just go over and fuck with him. Oh, the transliteration is right here. This is Rainer once again. There's 15 people here again shouting and wrecking my stuff and pissing you off. Is the patrol coming this time? If you just drove through regularly on your own initiative, I wouldn't have to do shit because they know the police would be here all the time. Did you hang up, you stupid son of a bitch? That's what he says. I guess I should read the post before I try to go through the post. But anyways, he got sentenced to 2 years for the assaults. He's gonna try. Here's another funny thing that was discussed is that in the U.S., anytime you're convicted of something, you're basically you should appeal it because it can only help your case. And a lot of places, apparently everywhere outside the U.S., it's a thing where you can, if you appeal a decision, it's like a gamble. They can actually give you more time. They can increase your charges. Like there's that really famous case about the German cannibals where he got sentenced for like something. It was allegedly consensual cannibalism. This guy goes to jail for like manslaughter or like a lesser charge, and he gets like 10 to 15 years, something like that. And then he appeals it by saying it was definitely consensual cannibalism. I shouldn't be in jail at all. And then the judge looks at it again and says like, actually, no, this is murder. And he got like life without parole or some shit or whatever the harshest penalty is in Europe. So really weird thing where outside the U.S. double jeopardy isn't as enforced a concept. You can increase your sentence by asking for a review of your case because you think that they fucked up. Really, really crazy. No fucking idea what they're doing over there. Like that when you ask for an appeal, like I don't know. He did not see that coming. That's right. Turn on mic. How does one consent posthumously? Because you don't know this case. I thought this is like the most famous case of all time ever across the world. But there was a case in Germany where these two people met up on a cannibal forum. They got together, and allegedly one person consented to be killed and eaten. They found his body like hacked up and cooked in the house and stuff. And they said like, look, I can prove that it was consensual. We met up on this website, and he came to my house. And they before he even died, they cut off his. I think they cut off his dick, and they ate the one guy's penis together, and that was completely consensual. But I think the issue that was judged on appeal was that the judge ruled that he had second thoughts about actually committing to being killed. So he said that in the first case, we actually thought that he did consent to being killed, but upon review, I think that it was murder. So we're going to actually charge you with murder now. We're going to find you guilty of murder. And I don't even think they have juries in Europe. I think juries are like a Anglosphere thing. So it's just the judge saying like, actually, yeah, I think you're super fucking guilty of murder here, big boy. And I'm going to find you super fucking guilty, and you're going to go to super fucking jail. Because I wear the wig, bitch, and bang, bang, and he's off to jail. And his appeal is completely backfires on him. And it's like, that's the courts outside the U.S., I guess. Very crazy. German judges have no wigs. Only the UK has wigs. That's true. I'm sure the German judges wear something funny. What's a funny hat? A pickle hob. Of course, they all wear pickle hobs. That would be great. I mean, why not? It's any sillier than a fucking wig. In the UK, actually take themselves quite seriously. Their court system is managed by literal men in fucking wigs, and they think that they're a serious country and a serious people with a history that deserves respect. Are you fucking joking me? God, I fucking hate the British. Pickle suits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is him. I guess I should show. This picture is Photoshop, but it's Photoshopped very well. So a lot of people fell for it. Look at that butt. That is like it or not, chat. This is the ideal male body. This man can survive an apocalypse for about 6 months. No food. He wears a Slipknot thing. Is Slipknot the t-shirt that Kay always wears? She wears Is this not the exact shirt that Kay's cooking wears sometimes? Or am I completely wrong? She wears AC/DC sometimes. I'm pretty sure she also wears Iron Maiden. Very similar, though. There's a real picture of him. Big boy. Very unflattering. Apparently he brought up his girlfriend, who was like a troll in the courthouse. Which, I mean, to me, that should be like a red flag. This man is like bringing up imaginary women in his own defense in the courtroom. Maybe there's something wrong with him. Maybe we should put him in a place where his internet access is monitored, because clearly he's being fucking harassed constantly and tricked into posting pictures of his anus on the internet. Surely something is wrong here. Is she a blonde Puerto Rican? Maybe. Maybe when he gets out, Drachenlord can be on the anime podcast that Gator does. The only band worse than Iron Maiden is Metallica. Fuck Metallica. Metal people are weird. I don't know how you can be so opinionated about metal. Okay, and now Mersh. No, forewarning. I have no idea who Mersh is. I have no idea what he's about. No idea what he does. No idea what his history is. I don't know a fucking thing about this guy. Apparently, everybody else knows who Mersh is. I don't. I don't know how this has happened, how this information has eluded my brain. I just know that he's some guy. Apparently, Jim made fun of him in one stream. I remember that, where he talked about it for like 5 minutes. Don't know anything else about him. I don't know if he's a communist. He could be like a Nazbol. He could have 80 kids. He could have no children. He could be a transgender person. He could be a natal woman. I don't know anything about Mersh. But I do have this funny picture, which I will read for you. Mersh is a joke. Sounds familiar. He's a fellow Floridian. Oh, great. Wonderful. This is from Mersh to... this does not look like Florida police. Maybe he's from Florida, but this looks like a Washington County police department. This is April 4th, 2020, by the way. So this is last year. Apparently, someone sent a Freedom of Information Act, which is probably one of the best laws that the U.S. federal government has passed in the last 50 fucking years. But it got FOIA'd. Basically all correspondence with police from Mersh, I guess, because Mersh has been saying that he's been talking to police about his trolls or some shit. So there's this document, which is proof that he's been doing this. And I'll just read this. This is April 4th, 2020, from Mersh to what appears to be his county police department. The first link is a thread about us on a website message board that is completely dedicated to doxing and harassing people on the lowercase I internet. Kiwi Farms gained notoriety during the Christchurch massacre in New Zealand. The thread was originally started by a community of fans of a show called Pod Awful, hosted by Jesse P.S. and a English YouTuber by the name of A. Porcelain D. In the thread, I have even provided my own post showing screenshots of them planning the thread on the website. These people are the ones behind our own doxing and public publishing of our address. We have had attempts at swatting at our home as well, which you can confirm with Detective Kennedy or the Polk County Sheriff's Office here in Florida. Oh, I guess he's contacting the police wherever Porcelain lives, or whatever, the Jesse guy. You can contact them at this phone number. The Pod Awful people are truly criminal sociopaths, and rumor has it that they actually had a female in their fan base trick a mentally challenged guy into sending her provocative pictures of himself that they then released publicly. These are really messed up people. Is he talking about Chris the Kiwi? The only thing I know about Pod Awful is that it's like one guy, right? Jesse's the Pod Awful guy, and he trolls Dick. And I think he has a beef with that Cameron Clark guy, who's also like, sorry if you have no idea what the fuck any of this is. There's like a weird meta grudge community around the Dick show. Cameron Clark was a part of that, and I think Jesse made Pod Awful, and he's also like a super big like anti-Dick person. And I remember Dick and Jesse had like an argument on the Ralph retort at some point. This is a long time. No, not for Dick. Like they're like his A-logs basically. They're like, you know how like Ralph constantly gets mad about those goddamn A-logs. That's basically Jesse and Cameron Clark for Dick, is that they're his A-logs. I don't know much about Jesse besides this, but apparently Jesse's been fucking with Mersh as well, who I also don't know much about. The second link is to a subreddit dedicated to similar things. Doxing and general harassment of myself and my family and girlfriend, all innocent people whose only sin is being involved with me. If I were a bettering man... I guess I have to tell this story now. I feel compelled to. There's a song by... Well, I have to figure this out. Hold up. It's Pearl Jam. It's Better Man by Pearl Jam, and it was popular when I was young, very young, a baby. And my mom told me that when she was in the car with my dad, she would sing this song, which has a line like, "Can't find a better man," and it would really piss him off. And I can only imagine why they broke up. But bettering man, I think he wanted to say like, if I was a better man, but he can't say that, so he says, if I was a betting man, I would put money that whoever is trying to pin Owen's incident on me is one of the frequent posters on this subreddit. I am not very familiar or well known, and there's a very short list of people who are this obsessed with me. Then he links to R. Mersh, which apparently is not ran by him, which is pretty fucking funny. Florida, my parents are from Maryland, I'll have you know. I think my mom's side is from Virginia. Oh, geez. The birthplace of all locales, am I right? But I was in Maryland until I was like 7, because I think I moved to Florida in '99. But I was born in Maryland. Virginia genes, exactly. It all goes back to Virginia. Some of the more well-known names in that community are Alan Powell, no relation to Jesse. I guess his middle name is Powell. They don't really black that out very well, and the context makes that very obvious. David V, and yeah. Most of these people are failed YouTubers who see us as their quote-unquote enemy and are trying to make a name for themselves by destroying our lives. However, their obsession has deepened to a point... where it's began to manifest itself in criminal activity like doxing, swatting, and this most recent incident where they have apparently tried to doctor evidence of wrongdoing on my part. Here is a link to Alan Powell's Twitter account. I have also attached a screenshot of him explicitly stating that my sister and ex-girlfriends should be raped to teach me a lesson. That's mean. I've also provided a screenshot of him confirming that it was him. You can see at first glance that this man's entire internet, lowercase I, existence is dedicated to me. It's extremely disturbing. I believe Alan lives in L.E., California, but I got that information third hand, so its reliability may not be 100%. I'm sure this got taken very seriously. This got filed under super important. Class 1, those fucking Kiwi farms. What kind of lesson? Don't go out alone around men, I guess. My boomer drink of choice today, by the way, is Red Bull sugar-free. Because I prefer sugar-free drinks, because there's no reason to drink the calories. There's just no point. But here's a fun fact. Eastern Europeans have no fucking idea what sugar-free means. There is no such thing as a sugar-free drink. I can only find sugar-free Red Bull and sometimes Coke Zero if I'm lucky. And if I'm really lucky, Coke Zero with flavor in it. But the most popular energy drink in like Ukraine and Serbia and Moldova and stuff is Pit Bull, and that shit does not come sugar-free. So if I want sugar-free, my only option is Red Balls. BS? BS, motherfucker? Yeah, Pitbull. I'll show you it. It's actually it's really funny because I think it's like bottled and sold only in Eastern Europe, so they don't even have like a safety thing for the lid. It's just like a bottle that they sell that you can open, and it might have like a plastic thing like heat wrapped over the top, but that's it. Here, I'll show you this. Just so you know, I'm not lying. It's actually pretty tasty. The only thing is that it's like it's not sugar free. So I'm out of luck. If I drink sugary energy drinks the way I drink regular energy drinks, I'm gonna die. I will get diabetes. I will have a diabetic shock, and I will fucking die. So that's the Pitbull energy drink. Just so you know. Oh, and this is apparently Mersh. I have this video. Hopefully it will work. First time I'm trying this. This is apparently him talking about the forum or something. I don't know. Someone asked me to play this, and I will. It's a minute long.
All night, and I gotta bonk you, man. I don't know what you're doing. You send a letter. By the way, stop speaking like you're fucking from a third world shithole. You send a letter to police about the Jesse. What? Yes, I'm writing letters. I'm popping on my fucking typewriter. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. I'm firing off letters to fucking G. Gordon Liddy to try to get things taken care of. What are you talking about? You know, you've been doing that thing. You've been doing that gay thing where you keep trying to be cute, but you keep mentioning. See, you guys are kind of broken people. You always do the same shit over and over again. And then you think I don't notice it, but it's like I notice what you're doing. You fucking... Hello, you write letter to police about the Jesse? Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing letters to the Bureau of Federal Investigations. Why am I not remembering his name right now? The cross-dresser, J. Edgar Hoover. That's what I meant to say, actually, was I'm firing off a letter to J. Edgar Hoover about fucking... What are you talking about?
It's like a weird, like, cope deflection. Like, did you write this pathetic, groveling letter to the police because someone doxed you? No. What? You saying I'm writing a letter like it's a typewriter? Come on, bro. Nobody uses a typewriter anymore. Like, what the fuck kind of response is that? Did you email them? Did I have to specify what medium you're using to email, to contact these people? If I say, why'd you talk to the police? He's like, I didn't talk to the police. We use email in 2021. Like, bro, come the fuck on. Why not just say yes? You know, like, yeah, I'm you know, you people are doing line crossing harassment against me. I'm definitely going to talk to police if I'm concerned that you're going to try and have me swatted or something. I just say that. What's with? It's like he's like knows that talking to the police is like a beta thing. So it's like he has to somehow retain his dignity by deflecting it in this obtuse way. Very bizarre. Very bizarre behavior. Why are you afraid of Doug Culp? Mersh is a sweetheart. Literally, okay, chat. Tell me, who the fuck is he? What does this man do? Why have I heard a lot about him? At what point has this happened? Like, where did he get this notoriety from? He's a Spurg. Revenge of the Cis. Okay, is he like a political person? What end of the spectrum is he on? Is he gay? Literally, he's gay? Wasn't Nightwave Radio like a... I've heard that before. He was first a caller on Kumite. Oh my god. Tell me, chat, what was his role in Gamergate at this point? He's in chat Nightwave Radio. Are you kidding me? They are literally clout-chasing spurgs who think I'm sitting around on a manual typewriter. He's defending himself in this video. I am a big dick night daddy e-celeb. This is fascinating. He watches my show. I feel like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm being perved on right now. I'm trying to have a innocent discussion with my chat, and this man is participating. he's like masturbating on the other side of the window outside my door and looking in on me as I'm trying to figure this out, all naively and shit. Very Josh felt it. Just call in. I'm not feeling up for it. I don't want to talk to this guy. He doesn't seem like he's gonna be funny. Maybe one day. I don't know. Post on the forum, Mersh. Join the forum and tell me your side of the story. I promise I'll read it. Just at me. Just at me and use an email I can Google to figure out if it's actually you. And maybe I'll discuss this, your side of the story, next week. That's my promise. Okay. Dick. I'm gonna briefly. No, I am. So, let me explain the Dave Chappelle thing. I don't know if I explained it properly. I watched the Dave Chappelle stand-up routine. And if you haven't seen it, if you like Dave Chappelle back in the day, you'll probably like Dave Chappelle today. He's more anti-white than he used to be. Maybe, like, at least apparently so. But it's like, I don't have an issue with that. Like, if it's, like, I don't know, I would be a hypocrite. I make fun of black people all the time, so Dave Chappelle can make fun of white people, right? I'm not going to hate him because he chooses to do so. I'm obviously going to temper my opinions of what he has to say based on that, but, like, I'm not going to hate him because he does what I do all the time, every fucking week, right? But a huge part of his stand-up was that after Sticks and Stones came out, his last special, he got a ton of shit for being transphobic because he had a skit about the LGBT in the alphabet people being like a group of people in a car. You have a gay guy, you have a lesbian, you have a bisexual dude, and then you have a tranny in the back. And he basically says, like, the tranny is the person in this car making this ride unbearable for everybody else. And everyone said, oh, that's super transphobic. It's not fair to do that. And around that time, he made friends with a transgender person from San Francisco, obviously. And I think I did cover this, but just to lay the foundation again, real quick. Transgender person goes on Twitter after Dave Chappelle starts getting canceled, or tries to on Twitter, and says, Dave Chappelle's always treated me right. I'm transgender. I don't think he's transphobic. And people fucking literally cyberbullied this tranny friend of Dave Chappelle to death. 6 days after this tweet, he apparently jumps off a fucking building, which is how you know that trannies are not women, because a woman would never kill herself by jumping off a building, because that would fuck up her face. And when women kill themselves, they make sure their face is not fucked with so they can have an open casket funeral. This is a true thing, 100% true, not making that up. It's not even a joke. Not even a joke. A woman would never kill herself in a way that fucks up her face. True fact. Anyways, Dave Chappelle ends the entire routine by saying, the tranny, of course, had a child, because for some reason the autogenophiles, when their girlfriend gets pregnant, something in them breaks and they go crazy and they tune out after they get pregnant, which is fucking terrifying for women everywhere to know that their husband is one jealous pregnancy away from tuning out. But they had a kid, and it's a daughter, and Dave Chappelle said, if I ever have the opportunity to speak to this child when she's an adult, I will tell her that her father was a wonderful woman. And that was his closing joke, statement, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And that is a horrible thing, apparently. That's dead naming, that's transphobic, because apparently once you transition, your entire child and family history is wiped off the face of the planet, and nobody has a right to know any of that. So there's currently a riot going on outside of Netflix, and all the trannies and trans supporters or enablers or whatever are outside the building protesting. And Dick Masterson and Vito, who is now the co-host of The Biggest Problem in the Universe, they're rebooting it together. I've not seen it, but I would not have high expectations for it. because Vito is literally insufferable. And this is the protest. This is the two of them, I think, out together.
We like jokes. 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 We like jokes.
So after they're walking around saying, we like jokes, we like Dave, then they start chanting trans lives matter. And now Vito is put on defensive because he also believes trans lives matter. So he's thinking, what can we do? What can we do to counter this trans lives matter chant? Vito has an idea. He's running with the sign. He has an idea. He's going to make his stand. He's going to counter the mob. Uh-oh. It's not working. The chant's not working. He has to change it up.
Dave's a very funny guy. I like his jokes. I like Dave. I like Dave.
Let's try I like Dave. Is that going to work?
I like his jokes. I'm in charge of the protest now. I'm in charge. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
Now they're chanting trans lives matter. What can they do? What can they do? Wait, there was something. I guess he chants it at the very end. I'm waiting for it. Oh, I like that sign back there. It says "Hate isn't funny." I disagree. There was, I guess I missed it. I was fucking around with the video because it was so low quality. Vito at some point starts chanting Black Lives. Actually, it might be in this one because I think they get separated at some point. Vito starts having like a face off with the protesters, and Dick is like just filming it at this point. Oh, okay, it wasn't this one. He starts chanting Black Lives Matter like back at the audience. He's like, no, I'm not racist. I'm not like one of these alt-right guys, you guys. I love trans women. I love POCs. I love POC trans women guys. I just like jokes and I like cuties. So this guy like just straight up like takes his fucking sign and tears it. Like, grr, you don't get to have this sign anymore.
Why is he breaking my sign? Why is he breaking my sign? Don't you have free speech rights? Don't you have free speech rights as all of you?
No, you don't. And you're part of the problem, Vito.
Oh, look, he's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! He's got a weapon! Oh, you want me to drop my weapon?
They literally tear his sign and then start screaming that he has a weapon. Like they broke his stick in half, and now his pointy-ended stick that they gave him is a weapon that they have to be afraid of. I can't imagine living in California.
Yes, get in leave. There's my weapon. We're not trying to have it. I'm not disrupting anything. We're trying not to have any. I'm just here to say that jokes are funny, people. Dave Chappelle is a funny guy.
I don't know how anyone could deal with this fucking psycho bitch, like just inches from your fucking face, trying to push you back. Like what? Because you said a joke is fun. Oh man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would be too fucking angry.
I love Dave. I don't know.
and listen to their fucking voices. Listen to that fucking tranny voice. It makes my blood boil. I can't do it. I can't go to one of these protests. I would fucking snap.
I don't know why all the violence. I don't know why all the hate. I just love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. It's the Pork Rock Comedy. Dave Chappelle. They took my stick. My stick. They took it.
Look, they don't care. Like these people don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't give a fuck about your rights or anything. This is great to them. The less that you have, the happier that they are, and you're on their side, bro. You're chanting the same fucking thing that they are, except that I also like Dave Chappelle. Like, too fucking bad, retard.
My side, I need my poster board. It was $2.99. It was my money. What is that little guy doing?
Okay. And then from there, here, after that, I don't have a video for this. I think Dick is holding on to it because this is like really big news. This is like showing up on Fox News and MSNBC and shit. But after this, at some point, this guy, who I believe is like an open LGBT homosexual, slams Dick against that concrete ball in the background, and I think he says that he went to the doctor afterwards and he is concussed because he was slammed against this concrete ball for holding a sign that says Dave is funny. And that also made the news. So Vito is like getting all this attention from, like, I don't even know what to call it. They're not like alt-light. They're not like neocons. It's like the Gab boomers. The Gab boomers are like heralding Dick and Vito is like the paragons of free speech right now. Very, very twisted shit. And then immediately after this, I don't know. I think this is after this, because what happened is that after this, and Vito and Nick Rekieta have like a beef on Twitter because Vito is insufferable, and Vito is very aggressive for attention. If you mention him on Twitter and you have any number of followers, he will immediately be in your replies, talking not only to you, but to everyone who replies to you, trying to get them to argue with him. So in the Discord for the Dick Show, this message gets out, and it's Dick just defending Vito for making a statement. I don't have the clip. It's on Arcada's show. But Vito explicitly says that he does not support hate speech. So if he sees hate speech on YouTube, he will report it. He will flag it. He actively flags any video that contains what he considers to be hate speech and a violation of their terms of service. So people are like, why the fuck are you, why? How do you parade around with this shit while also enabling this system? And then Dick says, that was the focus. Dang, honestly, Vito is not wrong to flag things he thinks violate the terms of service. But we live in a world where a few companies control all speech online and they are enforced randomly, so we hate that he does it. I think his principles are intact. Like, no. He's willing to stand by multi-billion-dollar corporations that exploit the fuck out of absolutely everyone that they're involved with so that they can put out a specific line of products which engage people and promote a specific worldview that is more profitable to them long-term. That is not principled, that is being taken advantage of. And Vito is completely fine being taken advantage of all the fucking time. The appropriate response from Dick would be, yeah, that's really fucking gay and retarded. Like, it's they have this system, right? Where they don't want to hire human beings to actually work on YouTube and respond to reports. That costs money, and because they're in California, they have to give them like insurance, and there's rules against contractors and shit in California, so they have to hire people. And instead of doing that, because they don't want to do that, they use robots. They spend billions of dollars advancing machine learning, and then they rely on user input to decide what videos are to be flagged or not. So Vito is enabling this system that not only devalues its own workers, which not only devalues the content creators, which not only actively reduces freedom of speech on the internet, which not only actively reduces creative expression on the internet. But then he goes around saying like, "Oh, jokes are funny." Like, I just fucking hate Vito. I don't have any good things to say about Vito. I don't think he's ever been funny. I don't think he has a good personality. I don't think he's likable. I don't think he's principled. And it's doubly frustrating because he wants attention. And right now he has attention. And all attention is good attention to him. So if you try to point out, it's like if you try to point out his hypocrisies, in his mind, he's winning because you've gotten he's gotten an emotional reaction from you. And it's like he doesn't matter what it is or what the context is or how bad it makes him look. As long as you're thinking about him or criticizing him, in his mind, he's a winner. So even this is like a huge win when people are forced to like notice something that he's done. And I really just fucking hate him. And I really wish it was his skull that got cracked because he's such a fucking piece of shit. And he needs, maybe if you break his fucking skull on a concrete marble, like they did with Dick's, it would jar whatever faggot fucking part of his brain is causing him to act like this, and he would be a better person from it. There's a non-zero chance that would happen if it was him. But instead, we're just going to be stuck with this Vito for the rest of our lives. Just bullshit. I can't fucking stand it. And what's really, what's really shocking is that Dick then stands by him and says, like, no, actually, this is okay. Like, what the fuck do you mean it's okay, bro? How much of your own shit do you have to lose to narking faggots before you start saying, actually, this isn't okay? Is it like you're in a position where you can't pick your friends anymore, so you have to deal with Vito? You want to reboot the biggest problem in the universe, so you have to deal with Vito? Vito could be running around and, like, a G-strap sucking dick and doing whatever the fuck he wants and being as big a hypocrite as he wants, but you have to put up with him because that's your new co-host for the biggest problem. Like, grow some fucking balls, dude. Tell your co-host that he's a piece of shit. Stand up for yourself. Why are you allowing yourself to get bent over by fucking Vito of all people? He's so disposable. You're in LA. Every other person in LA is another Vito. You could kill Vito and you could kill the next 10 replacements of Vito and you would still have another Vito left over to do your fucking show for less money than the first Vito's asking for. You could go through 1 million Vitos and you would still have some fucking Vitos left over. It's just bullshit, man. You could be Vito. Soapbox in my chat says he could be a way better Vito. You could find people willing to pretend to be Vito who would do a more interesting job as Vito than the real Vito. I used to think that Dick was like a secret, like had secretly vasectomized himself and not told Marie, but now I think he's just a eunuch because Vito obviously took his balls at some point to stand up and say, actually, it isn't wrong to flag things which he thinks violates his terms of service. I'm so glad that my co-host is an automaton in the YouTube machine learning algorithm flagging videos for hate speech. What a good boy he is. It makes us look so much more likable when we protest or counter-protest at Netflix and talk up the antics of Dave Chappelle. He says Black Lives Matter. It's good optics, guys. It's good optics. Really disgusting. I decided I hate libertarians. I don't know what I'm going to call myself, but I can't be libertarian because I fucking hate this. Is that all? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, I need some water. Liberalist. Liberalist. I mean, classical liberal is the appropriate label, but if you say you're a liberal, everyone thinks, oh, so you want to suck dick. Like, no, bro. I just want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. I don't want to get vaccinated. I don't want to be forced to educate my children on gender identity at the age of 5. I don't want to have to pay for health insurance that doesn't actually do anything. I don't want any of this. I just want to be left alone. I don't want to have wars overseas for Israel. I just want to be left alone. We need a radical, here's my party, okay? I'm going to fly back to the U.S. and we're going to start this political party together. We're going to become the radical isolationist. We will only vote for things that leaves us the fuck alone. Any bill about repealing bills that don't leave us alone is okay. Vetoing war is okay. new bills to increase our being left alone is okay. We will be radical isolationist. Our icon will be a palm tree, like volcanic island in the Pacific, and we'll just be we'll just be the leave us the fuck alone party. And we'll do protests on Capitol Hill, and we'll just say, leave us alone, leave us alone, go away, leave us alone. We're tired. Fuck off. That's our chance. And I won't. If I run for president, I won't have a vice president pick because I want to be left the fuck alone. And a vice president sounds really fucking annoying. Okay, it's time for the Ralph report. Let me get a little sip. I'm not welcome in the Pacific. The Gunt Hour. That's every hour you spend with me, boy. At least until I lose another 70 pounds or so. Every hour is the Gunt Hour. Who's Brandon? Who keeps talking about who's Brandon? Pigeon of the Council. Yeah, see that palm tree emoji. That'll be it. That'll be our icon. Or the isolationists. Leave us alone. Vote for me. I'll leave you alone. I promise as president I will do absolutely nothing and I will veto every single bill that crosses my desk. I promise you. That's my commitment to you, the American people. Okay. Ralph. So, how do I frame this? How do I frame this, chat? So, a while back, I accused, kind of half-heartedly, just for fun, to see what would happen, that a user named Kramer on the phone on the forum was Amanda Morris, who is Ralph's current fiancée. And he responded incredulously, and since then, I no longer believe that he is Amanda Morris. However, I think that this person is May's only simp. Or only simp. I don't know when they got into contact or what medium they used to contact. But I think that this person is May's simp. Because he is now leaking, probably on her behalf, these chat logs, which could only come from May. And they're really baffling, and we're going to go over them now. Because they're way more interesting than I think people really recognize. They say a lot about Ralph and May and Faith than I think that May would know publishing these to begin with. Simps leak for jealous reasons too. That could be true. So Faye. Let me zoom in actually, because this has a phone number in it, and I don't want to show that, because then the archives might get into trouble. Sorry about that. That's best idea. And I think I got these in order. It's kind of hard to tell going off the timestamps. Faith says, that's best idea. May says, I'm so excited for this weekend. It will be nice to get away from my family and the dog. It will be lots of fun. It will be fun to make out with you. Winky face. It would be very fun to do that, Faith replies. There is so much we can do together, May says. Like eat each other out, ? Faith replies. Like all the kinds of stuff we've been thinking about all week. We can cuddle and watch movies or play a game. Loser has to eat out the other. We can go swimming. Yes to every single one, says Faith. Except swimming, because I don't have my swimsuit anymore. I can get you a new swimsuit. Winky face. Or we could shower together, Faith says. So this is way back when this is the time period after Faith has gotten out of the mental hospital. After May and Digibro had formally broke up, Ralph is trying to swing this three-way with him. And that's how he's always put it. That I was trying to have a three-way between my pregnant girlfriend and Digibro's ex-fiance, May. And very, very trad wife stuff, very Crisis Kang going on here. Fucking goddamn it, I showed the fucking phone number. That phone number's out of commission. That's actually a fake phone number. It's one of those prop phone numbers they use for movies. Don't call it. It's not in service anymore. Faith says, we could... Oh, this is the... Immediately, right off the bat, this is like, what the fuck? Why would May release this on her own accord unless she's trying to fuck with Ralph? Faith says, we could just make out and have him watch us, devil emoji. You want to make him watch while a girl makes you come. So naughty, winky face. Faith says, it's not like he wouldn't like to watch me come all over your face and make you come all over mine, hee hee. Just like in their Japanese animes. I don't know if I want him to see me come. Laughing emoji. Lamau, okay, than me, Faith says. What is your biggest fantasy? May says. I'm not sure exactly, but I've always wanted to have sex with 2 girls at once, to be honest, but I don't know if I have a biggest fantasy, says Faith. May replies, ha ha, ha ha, very mature for your age. Wouldn't it be nice if I took care of your baby after it was born and you got a job? Don't tell your boyfriend that we're planning to cuck him. I think it would be fun, but I don't think it's my biggest fantasy either. I haven't given it much thought, lol. You should just try to do whatever is fun and makes you happy. I mean like BDSM, lol, Faith says. I think this is much later. Before this pregnancy, I was always saying I want 4 kids. Now I'm praying I just get through this one. The symptoms suck ass. You certainly can take your time before you think about having another. I found a way, though, to give Ralph a heart attack just suggest having twins. Oh, he'd love that, lol. The look of terror he gets, Lamau. Well, you would have to record his reaction. If I could, lol. LOL, I'd be recording... This is May, his current fiancée. LOL, I would be recording everything cringy he does for future blackmail, laughing crying emoji. Faith says, Lamau, nah, I could never blackmail him. I love him too much. LOL. May replies, haha, I wish I collected more from my cringe folder of Digi, laughing crying emoji, JK. Lamau, I only have dirt on people I don't like overall, hence why I have so much on my ex or just assholes in my life in general, lol. You got to do what you got to do. I don't blame you at all, lol. So, May says that she actively keeps blackmail on Ralph. And he sent these, or he, as if May is male to female. Presumably, she sent these screenshots out to accomplices to have them leaked. Very interesting. Very interesting that this is happening, and this is one of the perhaps this is the first shot. This is the warning shot that May has to give Ralph, right? What message does she have to give Ralph with her one warning shot to make the maximum impact with the least amount of effort? Haha, I wish I collected more from my cringe folder of Digi, and well, you would have to record his reaction. I'd be recording everything cringy he does for future blackmail. Laughing, crying emoji. And Pantsu is like the same age as me, I'm pretty sure. So this is the message she chooses to leak out to the world to let Ralph know that she means fucking business. And it gets better. May says to Faith, and that is cute. Here's a picture of 2, I think Build-A-Bear workshop bears. These 2 are the only ones I have. They were my birthday gift from Ralph. Ah, so cute. I have 2 Pokemon. She spells Pokemon with the proper E, with the little hat on it. I have 2 Pokemon Build-A-Bears. I want a Pikachu, but I didn't break Ralph's wallet. So we can't even build a fucking... You can't even buy a Pikachu Build-A-Bear. You gotta take some time to love yourself. You're super beautiful and young. It will be really good for us to hang out in a few weeks. Faith says, I think so too. I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get my nails done before then. Picture of her hands. Like, they're way too long. Damn, those are some claws. You should have gone as a tiger for Halloween. I haven't got my nails done forever. So this is a picture of Faith. And this is what every BPD white girl looks like at 15, 16. And she says to May, fun guessing game, though, when you wake up that I do to everyone. How old do I look in this picture, and how old do you think I am in this picture? And May replies, you look 16. Faith says, I was just 15. My favorite game with Ralph has been to take random early teenhood pics of myself and ask him how old I look because it just gets him buggy-eyed. May replies, that's kind of messed up, LOL. Like, okay, so May is leaking this because Faith is essentially calling him like an ephebophile, right? Whatever, when you're attracted to like young teenagers. Here's a picture of me when I was 15, and Ralph loved it and said it was so sexy, send me more. And then even May is like, what the fuck? Snap, that's going in my cringe collection for future blackmail, Ralph. And then after this, Ralph, after this is leaked, I'm pretty sure, Ralph then announces on Telegram, oh, and I should save this as well. Give me a sec. But there is, of course, the question, because the leaks were done poorly. Kramer decided to name them Obvious Shop, which does nothing to their credibility, except for the fact that Matthew Vickers then personally confirms that these messages are real, and he says he didn't get them from Faith. So this confirms that May is leaking them, and it confirms that they're real. So, because they don't make Faith look great either. So why would he confirm these unless they are real? So, like, what the fuck are you doing? And then Ralph announces on Telegram, show update here on he's been missing all his shows while he's in Vegas again, by the way. I said last time that he was planning it like 45 days in advance. He's already in Vegas for another week with May. And then he's been missing every show. He bought $1,000 worth of new camera equipment to do the show with, because apparently he can't do his show without video feed anyways, or anymore, despite the fact that he did it with like 5 years without video. And then he does one show. His camera didn't even fucking work, so I guess he's returned it by now. But then he announces on Telegram, show update here on Telegram instead of the Twitter cesspool. No kill stream tonight. I'm taking Pantsu out to eat and maybe a show or something. I've been told they're shooting for tomorrow for the Killstream TV reopening. Is that even open now? Is it back up, huh? Okay, I guess wait. Stay tuned. Sign up now. I don't know if it's back up or not. It's definitely like not what it was before. Maybe this is just a temporary page, but so the interesting thing with that is that around this time, May's account got suspended on Twitter. And it was because she got into a fight and was doxing Faith or whatever the fuck. I think it was for doxing or something like that. And then Ralph announces that he's taking a week-long break from Twitter, but then talks about it on Twitter. But then on Twitter, Gator announces on his Twitter feed that he's taking a break from Twitter for a week. So it's like, did he get dinged, suspended for a week, or like what's the deal with that? No, I don't know. He also posted this tweet chain, which is interesting. This is 2 days ago. Ralph says, this has without a doubt been the hardest year of my life. My mother died, all the various drama and the situation with my son. I would be lying if I said it hasn't taken a toll. And sorry, I'm trying to mute my mic when I have to cough or clear my throat this episode, because I really do. I don't know. I don't think I have COVID or anything. I just have to clear my throat constantly. I should have drank warm water. That's my problem. I'm drinking fucking sugar-free boomer drink instead of warm water or tea or something, which I should be doing. The trips aren't about gambling. It's about not going insane or turning into a complete misanthrope. But that means that it is about gambling. You're going to Vegas to take your mind off, like, your problems. Like, that's how addictions start. That's how every addiction in the fucking world starts. You think, God, I'm so stressed out this week. Let me get some alcohol. Or let me, you know what? I've been really busy this week. I'm going to treat myself to Burger King. And then that just becomes your go-to. Every time you're stressed out, you go to alcohol. You go to eat fast food or whatever the fuck. Or you go gambling. You go take a trip to the casino and gamble. Or you're bored during your stream, so you're looking down at your phone playing gambling games on your fucking phone while you're actually doing your job. Any of those things can be considered addictive, the preamble to an addictive personality or addictive behavior. I don't really like posting so deep, but I also want supporters to understand my mindset. Doing fun trips and events with May helped me enjoy life. I didn't when my mom died. There are still times I don't. It's so hard without her. I haven't missed a ton of shows, and I believe that there have been a lot of good work this year, but the above is why there's been more missed shows than usual. No one feels worse about those than me. I know most of you guys are amazing and don't mind, but I feel compelled to explain anyways. And he should be afraid of that. Like, his money comes from this core audience who has developed a behavior pattern of watching him every single day. Like, if you include his tequila sunrise and his actual kill stream, he puts out like 6 hours of content every single day. But if you take breaks from that, and they have to like find new entertainment, then you're at risk of losing those people. Like with the forum, for instance. Anytime the forum goes down for a couple days, we lose a significant amount of our traffic. It takes like a couple weeks for it to get back up to speed, because people get into the habit of browsing every day, and then when it goes down for a couple days, the habit breaks, and they have to reform the habit by checking the sites up again like a week later, and then they start browsing again. But it does dent the numbers significantly for a couple days, and that's just like after like 24 hours, 48 hours of downtime. You take an entire week off your stream, then people stop being in the habit of watching your stream every day, and they start watching a YouTube channel or something while they work. It's really dangerous for him to start missing streams. I'm lucky that my streams are like 2 hours once a week, so I think people just like listen to the archives and shit at this point, or they actually a lot of people download the podcast feed, which is nice. I wasn't expecting that to do well, but it's up to like several thousand downloads a week now. Anyways, my point is that you don't want to break the habit of these like zombie subscribers. I can gamble in Virginia easily, plus I never gamble enough to truly win big anywhere or anyway because I hate losing so much. Coming to Vegas is about distraction, quite frankly, and looking for all the good I still have with me. Thankfully, there's a lot of it. You know what? If casinos are legal in Virginia, chat, what is one thing that Las Vegas has that Virginia doesn't have? Anyone want to take a guess at this one? There's only one thing I can think of. Virginia's like Las Vegas is a fucking desert. There's nothing there except casinos and oh my god, I'm being blown away with all the people screaming hooker at me. Yeah, like that's the only thing. I'm pretty sure that the only difference between Virginia and Las Vegas is that Las Vegas has legalized brothels. Actually, you know what? Isn't it the opposite? The state of Nevada has brothels, but Las Vegas specifically doesn't allow them. So you have to like go slightly outside the city for them. It's something weird like that. Anyways, my point is that they can find whores in Vegas. So I don't think Maze is type. I don't think Maze is anyone's type, right? Who's attracted to May? For real, who would choose May as the person they have to look at for the rest of their life, exclusively? Who would want that? Like, there's no reason, there's no shit that he wants to fly out to fucking Vegas all the time. Me, evil sponge. Okay, well, I'll hook you up. I will personally hook you up evil sponge. I will personally hook you up with May when this inevitably falls apart. And you know what? You have a really good chance, my friend. You have a pretty good chance. Shoot your shot. As soon as you hear the news, you slip into those DMs and like, I'm here for you, my queen. I've always thought that Josh was too mean about you when what he says about you. He's always been too mean. I'm here for you. I've always believed in you, May. We have a Zoofel in the chat. Oh, that's mean. Okay. Like my forthcoming daughter, and even with all the hatred I have for some of my son as well, you here on the timeline, my supporters who watch the show and support my projects, I have a lot more good around me than bad at the end of the day. I am blessed despite the struggles. I thank you all once again for sticking with me on the show. I'm not going to off myself, by the way. Good to know. Narcissists don't tend to kill themselves. I learned that from Jeffrey Epstein. That's not what I meant by not enjoying life. It's been hard to see the sunny side almost this entire year. Going on these trips helped me with that, which in turn helps the show. And this is him spouting off at Faith right before he left. So I think this is like maybe some of the messages that got him banned for a week. I'm pretty sure he's banned for a week, but I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? He could just not want to be on Twitter. I didn't want to be on Twitter. That's why I'm on the Fediverse now. It's better. You should all join it. KiwiFarms.cc. Join the Fediverse. Or POA.st post if you like anime. And you can still talk to us from there. I promise. Anyways, Faith says, my boyfriend really has been the best through everything and is the best father for Xander. I'm so grateful for him and his love. I can't wait to spend Xander's first Halloween with him and my family. Love emoji. Now, if Little Monster will let me go back to sleep, even better, LOL. So in this, she says that her boyfriend has been a good father figure for Ralph, and I think that's obviously trying to piss him off. Ralph replies, or says independently on his own timeline, Faith Vickers has talked enough shit about me and spewed enough lies and hatred, gloating about replacing me as my son's father. I'll be filing in California court within 30 days for a DNA test. It's definitely mine, and an order for visitation. Also setting up a legal fund. Done with the gloating and this nut thinking she can actually get away with stealing my son unless I let her. There are murderers and rapists who get to see their children. I definitely will be allowed to, and she knows it. You can tell that he got his degree in political science because he's just so eloquent with language and what he implies with what he writes. He's almost directly confessing to raping and murdering a girl behind an Arby's in 1999, chat. That's what it literally sounds like. She saw my long thread about the tough year and decided to gloat about replacing me as my son's father, and also throw in an allusion to my mom and dad being dead. Oh. Well, I'm not dead, and I'll be seeing her in family court. Nothing else to say until the legal fund launch. He's saying that Faith is directly referencing the fact that his parents are dead when she says, I am so grateful for him and his love. I can't wait to spend Xander's first Halloween with him and my family. I can't wait to spend Xander's first Halloween with him and my family as an allusion to my mom and dad being dead. That is thin skin. That's a fucking reach, bro. I even despite the fact that Ralph is extremely despicable and not a very sympathetic person, like, yeah, this whole tweet chain's kind of sad. Like, yeah, it sucks when your mom dies and shit. I'm sure he is stressed out. A lot of his problems are his own doing, but I empathize on the human level. We all share the human condition, right? That sometimes shit gets hard, and you need to play Space Station 13 for a couple weeks to blow off the stress. However, in his situation, if he was really in as good a place as he wished he was, he could just de-stress with May, like, naturally. Just go for a walk. Go hiking. I watched the 1999 Blair Witch Project last night. Go walk in the woods. Apparently a lot of shit happens in the woods up in Virginia. You can entertain yourself for a few days. You'll come out with a new perspective and you'll value your life more. Go do anything. You've got someone to spend time with. Why do you have to go to Vegas unless you're just trying to fuck around and get horrors? Strange times. I kind of feel bad for Ralph because I think that he's fucked himself and he's now aware that he's fucked himself. but he's not smart enough to fix his problems. And he's such a narcissist, and he's such a terrible narcissistic person that he will rule out good ideas. Even if he naturally has a good idea, he'll throw it away because that's just how he is as a person. And it makes me feel bad for him in a way. But I mean, the logical part of my brain kicks in and says it's his own fault, and a lot of these problems are things that he did to himself. So, so he deserves it, I guess, is what you could say. It sucks, you know. You can feel bad. It's like, for instance, in Africa, they will take a pedophile and they'll execute the pedophile by what's called a tire. They will take a large rubber tire, fill it with petrol, and then ignite it. And it kills very slowly because you can't die very easily that way. Your face will melt, and the rubber will run down your skin and adhere to your skin. And it's just and your flesh will be exposed, and then you'll probably die from an infection 6 hours later. Horrible, agonizing death. On a human level, it's very pitiable. But then you think, well, they're chomos, so they deserve it. And you can only feel so bad for them. It's like, well, I'm just glad that I'm not being fucking tired. I'm glad that this is in Africa and it's happening to pedophiles. And that's the dichotomy, the left and right brain. They're tugging at you, trying to make you do things that are logical and sensible and empathetic and whatnot. Don't steal apples, then. My grandparents have seen it. Are you a bower by any chance? Serious question. I want to hear this story. How did your grandparents see a tiring in real life? Oh, wait. Who's the guy's name? My grandparents have seen it. Dizzy, tell me. I am not. My grandparents were missionaries. Oh. Ha. Imagine going to Africa to spread the word of Jesus Christ, and you go there and they're like, welcome to Nigeria. We're going to take this man and we're going to put a tire around his neck and we're going to set it on fire. Do you want to watch? Do you want to read him his last rites under God before we set him on fire? Sure, I guess. I mean, if you're a good preacher, man, you're there to spread the good word, and the locals come up to you and say, we're about to set this man on fire using rubber tires and petrol. Do you want to read him his last rites? I suppose the correct answer there is like, yeah, of course I would. Right? Is that not the appropriate response? They preach Christianity, he says. Yeah, evil sponge agrees. My man, who I'm gonna hook up with May, he agrees. Amen. Okay, moving on. Just some good troon business to wrap it up. I accidentally flashed this picture. It's the polite thing to do. Thank you. I flashed this picture before at some point. Oops, that's a spoil. Oh no, I'm spoiling all my content before I get there. People have found Peetz's Tinder. I played his love sign, attraction sign, last stream, but this is his actual Tinder profile, so we're going to take a look at this. I like the MySpace angle. The second picture is much more honest. So, verified, Algonquin College, lives in Ottawa, a straight man. Hi, I like comics, red flag, Star Trek. Kind of a red flag. I mean, a lot of guys like Star Trek. Mike likes Star Trek, and he's the most alpha male I've ever seen, so I can't count that as a red flag. Ghibli movies, that is a red flag. That's like two red flags. And I need a tally. And in your notepad, I'm going to put a plus sign in every red flag. Comics 1, Ghibli movies 1, indie music, I'll give that a 1. Cats, I'll give that a 1. I like cats too, but I would not put that in my profile. I'm more of an animal lover. That's what you're supposed to say as a guy. I like animals. I'm not a threat to women or children because I can take care of a dog. That's what you have to say. Not cats specifically, because that's fucking weird. I have depression. I'm going to add 3 red flags for that right off the bat. Pretty sure I'm autistic. 2 red flags for that. I'm kind of questioning my gender identity. That's a 5. I'm going to go 5 for that one. That's the most red flag thing you could possibly fucking say. Because that means you have a relationship with this guy, you get pregnant, he gets jealous of the attention, Well, now you got a fucking wife. Okay, that's a red flag. I'm giving that 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like children. 1, 2. I don't want any. I don't even like being around them. I'm gonna add 2 more because that's fucking weird. I'm scared of dogs. That's a red flag. I value honesty. You know what? I'll be fair. I'm taking a red flag away. Honesty is a virtue, chat. And I'm not going to BS you about who I am or what I like. That's fair. I'll give that a pass. I'm really just looking for someone I can cuddle up with and smooch. Red flag. Because that's not masculine. Because number one, that's deception. That's deception. A guy wants to be with a woman so that they can have sex. Like every guy ever, when they're talking to a woman their age, you can assume that there is some level of sexual tension there, just by default. So him to say, "I'm just trying to cuddle up and smooch," that's a lie. Why is he deceiving? Why is he deceiving you by saying that he just wants to cuddle up and smooch? I don't know, but that is a level of deception. If he was honest, he would say, I want someone to peg me, or I want a mommy GF who's going to bring me tendies while I'm in my room watching Ghibli movies and masturbating to what's the one with the witch? Is it Kiki's Delivery Service? I've not seen that one. I got turned off the Ghibli movies because every single one has like gratuitous panty shots of the little girls who are the main characters, and it's like, this is fucking weird. I don't feel comfortable as a grown man watching movies where there is like a panty shot of the little girl character like every few minutes. You know what I mean? So fuck that. That's why Ghibli movies are like 2. It's like, okay, it's already a red flag to like anime, but it's to specifically like the weird movies that have the panty shots constantly. It's like, nah, fuck that. You never noticed that? I don't know. The weird sexualization of children is like obvious to me in any anime. Anything from Japan, I don't know what it is. If there's a child character in it, there's like pedophilia to the point where there was that controversy with Simba, the Lion King, and that anime about the Lion King called Kimba, the King of the Jungle. And there's a weird thing where there's a female lion love interest for Kimba in the Japanese anime, which came out like 30 years before the Lion King. And the bad character, the bad lion, who's also named Scar coincidentally, tells the little girl that he wants to abduct her and make her his queen. So, like, the bad character in Kimba the White Lion is, like, canonically a pedophile. I just don't trust him. I don't trust Japanese people. They have an unhealthy relationship with children. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you disagree, you're wrong, and I feel bad for you, because you could only hope to be as right as I am about this. His name is Claw. I'm sorry, you're right. So yeah, I count 20 red flags for this. I give this an F-. My anthem, Down in the Canyon by Heartless Bastards. Down in the Canyon by Heartless Bastards. Don't trust them, simple as. Don't trust them. Let's see what this song is. Is this a female lead singer? Not as bad as I was expecting. Let me read the lyrics. Hold up. Went out on the cloudless night down to the canyon, the moon so bright, and the fire go in through my bones. I'm out here on my own, and the hour is getting late. As I lay underneath the sky, take all my pain away with the night. Align my way, align my heart. Help me find my way through these parts. All this time we never saw the sun, and now I'm back here again. All left all that I will be tomorrow, and all I have one less ghost in my heart. And things are turning round again, and I have one less ghost in my heart. Very emo. Kind of gay. I wouldn't tell people that I listened to the song if I listened to the song. He didn't. You know what? I have to give Peetz credit, because now that I think about this, there are things in this that he chose to leave out. He chose to leave out the fact that he lives with his ex-girlfriend of 7 years. Good thing to leave out. He leaves out that he loves My Little Pony, and I can't remember. I remember he talked about this in one of his streams. His favorite pony is Fluttershy, and his least favorite ponies are Twilight Sparkle and Rainbow Dash. So that solidifies my belief that he wants Mommy GF, who will take care of him. You should date Chris. Chris's favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. Already, that's like oil and water. You can't mix those two. That's not gonna happen. That doesn't work. Straight man questioning his gender watches My Little Pony, listens to emo music. Shit taste, to be honest. Cucked and paused. Fluttershy, good taste is Mr. Holmes. Josh likes K-Flay or whatever that gay rapist is called. Don't believe his lies. Dude, she turned into like a lesbian and is dating like a Mexican troon. Like, okay, female rapper, has depression, moves to LA, becomes a lesbian. Very sad, many such cases. I don't know what it is about LA, but literally, if I had to choose between nuking LA and nuking London, oh man, I would have to, like, if I had like a 6-hour time limit to come up with an answer to that, I would be on Google. I would be looking up populations. I would be looking up like demographic statistics for each city. I would be fucking sweating bullets. Like, oh God, which one is worse? Which one do I want to nuke? Nuke LA? Hardcore. Let's do it. I'll do a poll. I haven't done a poll this whatever. Nuke which? London, LA. I'm asking my community. I expect a prompt and conclusive answer to this question. Holy shit, LA is winning by like 80%. You guys just hate LA more because you're closer to it. That's what's happening here. It's like, oh my God. Okay, it's not even a question then. I would have to nuke LA. LA has ruined more people that I like than London has, to be sure. But London does have more British people, so it's a real toss up, man. Nuke both. No, you gotta choose. That's the conundrum here. There's one more thing to show you guys before I sign off, but I just noticed that we had about 2,000 people watching, and I want to say thank you guys for watching these stupid streams. They're a high point for my week. I enjoy doing them, and I never expected more than like 100 people to watch my streams. So it is oddly gratifying to be able to talk to people and to be heard. It's a distinct privilege. A lot of people have a lot to say, and they have nobody willing to listen to them, and they die bitter and alone and completely unheard. And I can say whatever word I want, even the N-word, and a bunch of people will hear me say it. And that is a unique privilege bestowed upon me by myself. That is an exclusive thing. So thank you, my friends. I appreciate your company on these Friday adventures. Okay, one other thing. I want to make fun of this tranny. Thankfully, I do not browse TikTok, and I don't have TikTok. I will never install fucking TikTok on my fucking phone. But there are people out there who do browse TikTok and who can smuggle these cultural artifacts to me so that I may share them with you to let you all know that you are missing absolutely nothing by not having TikTok. So Jennifer Lee Austin _ here for you. 3,600 followers. Can I enlarge their profile picture? No, I cannot. Okay. All this profile does is they use an application called the Reface app, and they copy their face onto the faces of women in like pop culture media. Oh my god. Hold up. Let me turn this off because I don't know what's going to happen if I open Amazon on my Firefox. Okay, perfect. This is a wish list for this person. Before we even watch the videos. LGBT Pride Basic Accessories Kit, Sweatband Headband, and 2 Sweatband Wristband sets. So you can get the full trans pride ensemble going. Touch of Nature Black Adult Angel Wings, 52 by 36, halo included, costume wings. Then see some woman's waist yoga pants, tummy control booty leggings, workout running butt lift tights. Unifaco women's plus size Christmas daily dress sleeveless neck. That's like a dress. L'Oreal Paris Quick Blue Powder Bleach. Reebok men's recycled Zig Dynamica running shoe. To be in style woman's vibrant horizontal wide striped thigh high stockings. Woman's Halloween cosplay Frozen Elsa costume. Pleaser woman seduce 3000 appears to be a thigh high red high heel. Woman's upper flounce layer off shoulder plus size. Another woman's dress, fingerless gloves, shaper tummy control, open bust swimsuit. Another shaper thing. A t-shirt? Make your own t-shirt. And then like a wig. My Little Pony 5-inch Fluttershy. That thing is getting a fleshlight shoved into it. I'm sorry to say. If you buy this pony doll for this person, this thing is getting fucked. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Face gems. Oh my god, there's so much shit. There's so much shit. A bunch of Legos. He's got a bunch of Legos on it. He wants like $1,000 of Legos. Doctor Who, the Legos movie. That's funny. I'm glad I took this detour. That's really funny. Oh, and I'll talk about Shadman briefly before the stream ends. Let's watch one of these. Oh, geez. Oh god, help. Oh my god, this, oh my god. This audio is a nightmare. Look, he's just Photoshop or using the Reface app to put himself on top of like all these like movie poster women. Holy shit. And it says thank you for 20k likes or whatever. Oh jeez. So these are just like different movies that he likes with his face over the actresses.
Tell me about it.
This is like another woman's TikTok, like or just like a random woman on the platform that he's superimposed over. Yeah, he's like just taking random TikTok videos and superimposing his face. Is this him? Is this him naturally? Oh my god, I'm gonna get content ID for this one. This has to be him. This is what he looks like, normally. Another spooky. Oh my god. This is too spooky. This is too spooky, chat. I don't know. I'm getting scared. So, I want you to know, there will come a day 10 years from now where you may have a daughter and she'll be like, Dad, I want to go on TikTok and post a video of me dancing. What you do is you find this and you say, this man is sexually attracted to teenagers, and he's going to take your TikTok and superimpose his face on your body so that he can masturbate to his own image. Do you understand this? And she'll say, Dad, thank you for showing me the light. I will never post a picture of myself on the internet. I have learned the way. And you will have been a successful father, and you will have prevented her from being a hoe on TikTok. Let's look for a funny one in particular. It just like goes through move. Oh my god. The editing on this is phenomenal. It's so scary. It's so unsettling. Oh, this one's like a lingerie one. Do I dare? Wow. Like it or not, chat, this is the ideal female form. Let's see him dance. Oh my god, he's like a midge. Holy shit. Why can't I raise the volume? Does this not have volume? He looks like he's 5'1".
Back it up. Girl, wobble it,
That's great. Oh my god, I feel so bad. If you're just listening, that video was like a real TikTok like hoe dancer. And then him, and he's like 4'10". He legit looks like a bow-legged dwarf, and he's like barely hobbling along. It's not even that he's dancing poorly. He's like not able to shuffle correctly. It's like he's barely able to fucking move.
We're glowing in the dark. We started from the start.
Oh no! This is, look at this. His sickness, his fantasies are extending. Look, he's like a woman. Oh my god! In this one, he's like a woman with like a black husband, and then like a mixed race baby, like a Latino woman. That's fucked up. That's fucked up to take like a woman in like a family photo and then be like, no, actually, it's me with your husband and your child. Actually, it's me, motherfucker. That's the woman from that whole. He wishes that he was a Swiss woman in the Alps singing. Oh my god. This is a genuinely mentally ill person's like TikTok channel. This is fucking amazing.
Put a red heart if you want to become friends. Put a purple heart if we're already friends. Put a pink heart if you have a crush on me, which I doubt. Put a black heart if you want me to die. Put a red heart if you
Wow.
want to become friends. Put a...
Wow. Is this like actual face paint or a filter?
Stop!
I want to hear its voice. I guess it doesn't talk. Oh. Oh, it's like lip sync. I want to hear it speak. For the black, oh my god, the chat is just filled with black hearts. I can't believe it. I can't believe this transphobia in my chat. You all better straighten out right now, or I'm gonna get banned off YouTube. Okay. I completely forgot to write this down because I'm kind of sitting here hoping that there will be another development to this before I talk about it in full. But in general, this guy showed. If you don't know, Shadman, who for whatever reason, I've bitched about Shadman before. Shadman like drew a bunch of like really edgy pornography, and a lot of it was featuring like lolicon. But then at some point he drew pornography of both Daphne Keane and explicitly made it known that was Daphne Keane the actress and not the character Logan, which he later retroactively made it. He explicitly said in Discord that he was watching Logan so he could masturbate to the actress Daphne Keane, and then released a series of images where she is being raped by Hugh Jackman. And then after that, he published pornography of Keemstar's daughter sucking Trump's dick. And he was briefly, like, his website was taken down by its provider because the talent agency responsible for Daphne Keane complained and said that this person is drawing pornography of a fucking child. What is wrong with you people? And he lost his website for that. And then, surprisingly, everyone still rallied around him. Like, he was this great protector of free speech and shit because he drew edgy porn. And what's really crazy, now that I think about it, and I'll go back to Shadman, but there is a weird thing where pornography is like the most protected vector of like expression. Shadman got all the passes in the world because his art happened to be pornographic. And now on Reddit, you're not allowed to be, like, if you try to run a subreddit which is exclusive to women and not transgender women, your subreddit will be deleted, your staff will be fired, and they'll be replaced with transgender moderators. Except in pornography boards. In pornography boards specifically dedicated to trans exclusionary pornography, so natal women who have a real vagina, you're allowed to be transphobic and not allow trans porn in it. And Reddit doesn't have a problem with this. So you can say whatever you could say the N-word, but you have to make it like a fetish thing. Like the character is having sex with a black man and then calling him the N-word while they have sex. Then it's fine. Then it's then it's kink, and it's wrong to kink shame. You can be transphobic as long as it's for the purposes of masturbation. Then Reddit doesn't interfere with it. It's a weird thing where porn gets a pass where other things don't. So he's only recently has he alienated people. It wasn't him drawing pornography of Daphne Keene or Keemstar's child that got him like on this shit list of people. He moved to LA, and the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh. We sent him to LA, and he's been addicted to black tar heroin apparently, and he's losing his fucking mind. He's alienated all his former friends who were like big animators and shit. And now his friends are face doxing him on the site, personally joining to post these pictures they have of him. And we know that it's him, because if you look at this picture, this is the image of him that we have with his face that matches the other ones. And that Wacom tablet that he has right there has stickers that match the Wacom tablet, or that he has streamed with, has the same stickers. But then you also see the posters, and then you compare the posters to the streams that we have from Shadman, and it's like, that has to be him. Who else could it be? And 56% face. His family is apparently from Louisiana, and I think it's that his dad is like a Catholic, not Catholic, but he's a preacher man from New Orleans, and he somehow ended up with a Swiss woman, and they moved to Switzerland. I think that's like he has the weirdest family history. No wonder why he's fucked up. He's got neurosis because he's from this completely divergent evolutionary path that's now twisted back together. Like, of course he wants to fuck his mother and draw porn of children. Why not? But I mean, it has to be him. So now I'm sort of hoping that he'll kill himself soon, and then I can just like talk. I can do a person stream on him and not have to worry about any more updates. So I'm waiting for him to die, and then I'll do a proper stream on him. So I'm trying to keep this as brief as possible. Anyways, that's the Shadman update for those people waiting. So everybody gather around and let's all point our prayer rugs towards LA. LA, I know we don't ask much from you because you are a shithole and everything that you do is vile and horrific. But if you could please consume Shadman and take him from this planet, we would all be very grateful. In the name of LA, we pray. Thank you. Is that it? Did I miss anything else? Alec Baldwin? What about Alec Baldwin? Is he dead? Did Gamergate finally claim him? Alec Baldwin did not kill himself. Gamergate did. He killed someone? He killed someone? What? Alec Baldwin shoots woman dead with prop gun. What? I want to see this footage. Actor Baldwin discharged a prop gun on the set of Rust, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and wounding actor Joel Souza. Oh, she had short hair. She was probably a hoe. She deserved it. Chat. I'll show. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's an accident, right? Right? I mean, it sucks. It happened to it had who did it happen to? Jackie Chan's cousin, right? Who was the Chan that got shot on accident? Bruce Lee. Oh, yeah, not Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's guy. Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee, was the one who got shot on accident by a prop gun. It happens. That's why you buy insurance when you make a movie. I feel bad for Alex Baldwin if he did accidentally kill this woman. It's like, oh, that sucks. You know, that's a bad situation. I hope he doesn't catch shit for it if it's just an accident. And chances are, if it wasn't Alec Baldwin who had that Gamergate association with him, they probably would just say like this woman was shot on accident by on the set. You know what I mean? They would keep the name anonymous like they did with Brandon Lee, but because it's Alec Baldwin, it's Alec Baldwin shot and murdered this woman in cold fucking blood on accident. Prop gun, Trump curse. It's true. Oh, okay. Adam Baldwin did Gamergate. Okay, I guess I'm just wrong then. Sorry, chat. I'm wrong, as it frequently happens, and chat's always right, as is frequently the case. Not always the case, but frequently the case. I don't know what's up with PPP. I know that him and Surfer are fusing. Or feuding, not fusing. He's not... They're not Dragon Ball Z feuding. Chantal, she's not doing anything. She's back together with her boyfriend and she's trying to keep low about it. I think that's it. She had a tard rage at her haters again. Merchandise. If you made it this far and you're curious about merchandise, all the apparel should have gone out. If you're in Oceania, Australia, New Zealand, it will take a long time to get there, and I had to eat the loss, I think, on shipping charges for getting to you guys, because USPS flat out does not deliver to Australia right now. I don't know what the fuck the issue is, but they're not doing it. So I had to pay UPS, and the rates were different than what's advertised on USPS. And there was one guy in New Zealand that UPS refused to deliver to at all. They said, we don't do it in New Zealand. Sorry, New Zealanders, you don't get fucking anything. And please, the coins. I'm going to say 10% have been shipped. Another 40% are either in the warehouse or on their way to the warehouse. I paused all the shipping because I wanted to make sure that the orders are right before shipping again. I paid for the shipping. I pushed it to them. I said, send these out when you're ready. So for half of the people who got their coins should be getting them in the next few weeks. The other 40%, yours is still in production. And I can't tell you who's who because they're sending them out randomly. I asked them, send them out in the order of the store ID so that the people who bought theirs get theirs first, like first come, first serve. Not happening. They're sending them out in I don't know what order, but it's completely fucking random how they're going out. I might be forced to send a mass update to everyone, but I keep the product page up to date. So if you're ever curious about updates, just go to the product page on the site, and I in the description I leave updates. In production, yeah, it was a lot of coins, and I didn't anticipate so many coins. Jewish math. Sorry, okay, I'm not good at math. And, the specific numbers are on the product page if you're curious. I already ate my pizza. It was good, thank you. Trans, I still don't know what's up with the trans. Nobody has sent me, like, I don't read, the thread's too busy to keep up with. I know that they're adding new people and there's trouble in paradise and all that stuff. And I have to catch up to it, and there's too much going on. I'm preparing for the next person stream that I'm doing. And by the way, one more thing to advertise, to shill to the masses. let me get this right. I have decided that as a thank you for the Gumroad people, because I've been meaning to do bonus content for all the Gumroad people for a while. I'm gonna try to do like movie reviews or random reviews or commentary on whatever, and if I like it, I'll push it out to people probably once a month is my goal, just as a thank you. I sat down and over 5 days, I carefully edited together a 70-minute review of Squid Game, I should say. So if you're curious, if you didn't watch Squid Game but want to know what the fuck it's about and why it's shit and why everyone hates the ending, I think I put together a pretty good review of what it is and why it sucks. And that's on Gumroad. However, because I love my audience, and because when I make something, I want people to see it and to enjoy it, right? The Gumroad people will get what they get early. So, next week, before the stream, I will be premiering the review for everybody. If you'd like to see it now, and you'd like to justify to yourself sending money to me so that I can continue to be a weirdo on the internet and delay getting adult responsibilities, it's there for you. For everybody else, for everyone who hates me, who watches these streams because they hate me and they want to see me say something stupid so they can clip it and put it on 1,000 different channels, I will be watching it with you next week before the stream. And hopefully we'll have fun in the chat together. And it'll be on Odyssey after that too. The grift, yes, exactly. I got a grift. I got a grift so I can sweep. How it works. 70-minute Buck Broken review. We did that. I did that live. I did a live commentary with you guys. We watched the entire, almost the entirety of Buck Breaking together. I would like to do another review on Inglourious Bastards because I've talked about how much I hate that fucking movie for years now at this point. Anyways. Oh yeah, PewDiePie did a remade Kay's Cooking's famous lasagna where he wraps meat around uncooked pasta and then sets it on fire. Which just goes to show that I'm a trendsetter. I'm a trend maker. When I do something, it goes up to the very tippy top. Eventually, PewDiePie will also be saying the N-word. Alright, I'm done. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
The moon and star come to me through fire and war. Oh, oh, come Nerevar, come and look upon my heart, Oh, lay down your weapons, it is not too late for my mercy. Oh, oh, come and look upon my heart, Oh, 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 I'm a god, how can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar. I'm a god. 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 Well, the moon and star come to me through fire and war. Oh, oh. Come, Nerevar, come and look upon my heart, Oh, lay down your weapons, it is not too late for my mercy. Oh, oh, come and look upon my heart, Oh, 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 I'm a god, how can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god, how can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Nerevar. I'm a god. 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 No recall. recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place. There is no escape. No recall or intervention can work in this place.
I forgot the hamsters. I had it on my studio view. I didn't have it on the main screen. I can't believe it.
Work in this place. There is no escape. Oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence. I'm a god. How can you kill a god? Shame on you, sweet Maribor. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god. God. I'm a god. I'm a god. I'm a god.